Hey guys and girls, hope you're doing well. This is Alex, and I just wanted to give you a quick walk around of this Audi S5 that I have for sale right now. I am a broker here in Michigan, and I buy and sell cars for dealerships, mostly in West Michigan, and I also buy a few for myself to drive, and then I resell them through a dealership. So this one is for sale through Battle Creek Veterans Motors. I just wanted to give you a quick walk around so that I can represent the car to the best of my abilities, point out all the pros, all the cons, any blemishes that the car might have, and then maybe just show you guys how it drives real quick. So walking around the car, it does look pretty good. This is manual transmission. It's the S5 2013 with about 99,800 miles on it, but pretty good condition. I'll be honest with you, I do not like to buy a lot of foreign cars just because they can end up being extremely costly. So when I do pick one out, they have to be perfect mechanically. Otherwise, I don't even glance at them. And even if they do, they have to have something special. And the S series by Audi is just fantastic. I'm a big fan. I do love sporty cars, and this one is just so much fun to drive. Like I said, it's a manual transmission. If you don't know how to drive manual and you're interested, I'd love to teach you. It's a blast to drive, and it just makes the driving experience so much more fun. And I'm sure I sound like a broken record because I hear people say that all the time before I knew how to drive, but it really is just a great car, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. But yeah, so I just did a quick walk around. Let's go through and we'll just point out some of the blemishes right now, just because I want to represent this the best that I can. I know some of you guys are out of town, or we all have busy schedules, so let's try to show you everything here so you know exactly what you're getting. I did run a Carfax on it, and it did say that there was a little damage to the left front bumper, and I can tell because these body lines don't perfectly line up. Right here you can see that there's a little gap right here where this got a little impact and bent inwards. It doesn't really need to be fixed. I mean, it's still on there nicely, and just looking at the underside, you can kind of see it kind of scraped the bottom right there. So you can't really notice it when you're standing back. You really can't notice it at all unless you're looking for it. But that was one thing to note. That did pull up. A little bit of warping right here in the chrome, but other than that, all the other pieces look good. Let's see, they had a little bit of pull right here on the bumper. Let me try to get a better look at it for you. So we did have a little bit of peeling back right here. So some of the paint did wear off right here. It looks like it's some of the clear coat coming up, but that's about the only blemish that's really worth noting. Others are just pretty basic wear and tear, a little bit of wear on the rims. Doors look great. Again, a little bit of wear on the rear rim. Got a little mark right here. Not quite sure if that would buff out. I can try to hit that later. few minor little scratches back here, so I'll try to get a good angle so you can see it. This is a pretty common spot when you're trying to put things in the trunk. You know, people will scratch on that. Everything looks good. One little mark right along here. Yeah, this is pretty common stuff for a vehicle that's almost 10 years old. Really don't get them in perfect condition, but like I said, we'll check the roof line too, just to make sure that's good. You know, when I'm buying these, I really just try to make sure that mechanically it's sound. I look to make sure the body's obviously okay. I don't want anything drastic going on with it, but it has to be mechanically perfect when I test drive them. But we'll open it up, give you a look inside. This is the 2-door coupe. Nice S5 racing seats. These fold back and they have a button here to move it forward, which is nice. Leather has no rips or tears. It's all in great condition. Headliner is beautiful. No rips or tears there. Sunroof with sunshade. We'll run on over to the other side. You see a little bit of wear in the driver's seat right here. I mean, again, that's pretty common. I mean, if you're sitting in it all the time. One little blemish here on the side bolster. And the seats still move up and back. But overall, great condition. 5-speed, heated seats. I can get it started up for you. It's got a nice little rumble to it. And we'll take a look under the hood at the most important part of the car. Now I believe this is a 3.0 liter. I think it's a 3 liter V6. So what I like about these is they're pretty easy to work on. I know I'm kind of getting a little mechanical right now, but it's easy to replace plugs and coils. It's your standard V-shaped engine. You know, your drive accessories are all in the front. Pretty easy to reach. I mean, not a good amount of working room in here. There's a skid plate underneath that you got to remove to get up under there. But overall, no leaks, no seeps from anywhere. Sounds pretty good. No knocks. Just check some of these back lines. We'll also try to get on under here. I know, see, it's got that skid plate under there, so you know, virtually absolutely no rust on the car. Strut towers look good. Here, we'll get on there. Just a super clean looking car. Got a little dirt on there from when I drove over here, but just fantastic. Brake pads and rotors are all in good condition. I don't know if you can see the tread depth, but it does have newer tires on here, so you know that is definitely a plus. We'll just open up the trunk for you to look at. There you go, got a ski pass through there and your spare. So let's take this for a quick ride, and I'll show you why I bought it, because this is definitely a fun car to drive. So clutch feels great. It's I hate to say this because some people might roll their eyes, but it's honestly probably one of the best clutches I've ever felt before. And you know, I've drove Ford Focuses, STs. I have a Corvette, had a Mustang, drove Camaros, Challengers. You know, pretty much everything under the sun. You know, this just, it's sporty, it's fun, you know, and it's nice. I mean, the build quality is great on the inside. So I'll try to give you a quick few pulls here. So I'm sure people want to see how it drives and how it handles. But, you know, this car is all-wheel drive, so it's great because, you know, you could drive this year-round if you wanted to and have no issues. You know, I mean, if you get a Challenger or a Mustang or something that's rear-wheel drive, it's so painful to drive those in the winter, you know. So just having something that's all-wheel drive is really nice, especially with the weather conditions that we experience out here. So let's just get this out on the main road, and you know, we can see how it handles. I am holding a phone, so it's not really the easiest to shift and drive and try to record while doing all of this, but I'll give it my best. So here we go. We'll get a quick pull right here. Sorry, I got my... crap. Well, sorry about that. I was wondering why everyone was honking at me, trying to get my attention, and I apparently left my other phone and paperwork on top of the car. So, not the smartest idea in the world, but here we go. We'll get another pull for you. I mean, that thing is just quick. You know, I think it could definitely give, you know, my Corvette a run for the money. It is just a fun car to drive. My goodness. And you know what I really love is, you know, I am not a guy that will ever go out and spend 40, 50, 60, 70 grand on a new car. So to be able to pick one of these up at a budget-friendly price, I mean, that's just, you know, that's kind of where, you know, I kind of live, is, you know, older used cars that we now can enjoy, that we probably looked at when it came out and thought, man, I'd love to have that, and, you know, now we can experience them. I will just say this, you know, this car does require some maintenance. All Audis do if you're gonna buy one. I'm just trying to be transparent with you. You know, they're you know, not the cheapest cars to fix. This one is mechanically sound, but you need to make sure that you put some money aside for repairs so you don't neglect the car and that it can last you a really long time. Now, that's not to say that repairs are outrageous on this, or that everything is going to fail, because if you take care of the car, it'll last you a really long time. You know, Audis do make great engines, and they can last you if you take care of it. But if you're going to go out to the strip every night and want to be racing everywhere and doing burnouts and just completely beat on your car, you know, you're probably not going to get a lot of life out of it. The one thing I did want to show is, here, let me just hit this bump real quick, and I just want to show you the Carfax that I did pull. This is what I had when I first got the car was I pulled this up to make sure that the maintenance was okay. Now, like I said, the body line on the front, it did have that damage reported on the front left. But let's look at this car's history. You know, it did come from Clinton Township, the east side of the state. You know, it looks like, I look for things like this. Did you keep up with your fluid changes? You know, you had 25,000 mile service performed, brake, clutch, you know, 4 tires mounted and balanced and replaced at 32,000 miles. You know, those are not indications that somebody neglected their vehicle in any way. This is where our damage happened. Now, hear me out on this. This happened on owner number 2 in 2016. This car was then 3 years old with 32,000 miles. This owner, for the most part, likely had enough care for this car to take care of it. So it did have damage on the front left. But, you know, I don't believe it was an accident. I just think they damaged somebody, because there is no accident report on this car. So they maybe, you know, hit a stationary item, or maybe a parked vehicle. But they did take the time to, again, perform all the needed maintenance. Owner number 3 also reputable amount of maintenance, 2 tires mounted and balanced, a few maintenance inspections, you know, clutch system bled, brake fluids bled as well, kept up on oil changes. You know, that's all stuff that you need to do when you own one of these cars, is make sure that you're staying up on your maintenance. 64,000 miles, rotors and pads replaced, battery replaced at 80,000 miles. And the big one is we did have some engine motor mounts replaced, and the front wheel bearings replaced. So not cheap repairs, but great to see that somebody else had that taken care of. And this car was a trade-in at the Honda of Grand Blanc, which is over on the east side of the state. And you can see that the dealer also serviced the car. They put 4 new tires on it, gave it an alignment, ran it through their pre-dealer inspection test, gave it an oil change at 99,579 miles, and we are at 9,990. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. 99,799 miles. So, you know, when I found this and pulled this up at auction when I was about to buy, you know, those are all the indications that I look for when I pick something like this up. You know, I also test drove it. Just make sure that it's mechanically sound, was not a total loss, any structural damage, no airbags deployed, and the odometer stands true. So all in all, just a great car. I hope this video helped. If you have any other questions or would like to see any more of the car, just let me know, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.